Tikva. Good job. Hope is tikva. It's not like in Minnesota when you go tick. Ah! Not that kind of a tick. Okay? But maybe that'll help you remember the Hebrew word for hope, which is tikva. Now, one more piece of information. The English language, we start over here, and we read this way, right? Hebrew starts over here, and reads that way. So that's why it looks like clue number 1 is on the wrong side of the picture. Are you ready to solve the mystery of Rahab's hope? Yes? Okay. Oh, I gave you my, is there another one of those little booklets?
Yep, right here.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So I want you to open your little booklet. And in it, you're going to find a tiny little cute red envelope. And I want you to take out your tiny little cute red envelope. And inside of it, you're going to find 4 Hebrew letters. And I want you to lay them out on the table. And we're going to match them up with the clues to solve the mystery of Rahab's hope. So, clue number 1 says one promise. Pull out your Hebrew alphabet chart. I've circled the 4 letters in front of you in red on this chart. So I want you to look at them for a second. And decide, you remember in the story, Rahab and the spies entered into an agreement, right? They made a promise to each other.
Covenant.
That's a covenant, right? You were kind to me, I'm going to be kind to you if you tie this red cord in your window, and we'll save you and your family. Is there a letter that represents a covenant, a sign? Tav, good. Perfect. Take the letter Tav, peel off your little sticky, clear, yeah,
On the right side.
and stick it over clue number 1.
Where it says clue number 1, promise.
Yep. Stick it right over it. That's the first letter in the word. Okay? Everybody got it? Everybody understand what we're doing? Take this off. Take this off. And stick it right over the, line it up and stick it right over the top.
Line matching the line.
Yes.
Cover up the white.
Cover up the white, so it looks just like that.
Put the red dot over
Yep. So Tav, you guys are right. Tav is the correct answer. What did you show her? Does everybody understand?
Yes.
Got it? Everybody got it? Okay. Tav makes the T sound in Tikva. Did you know that that promise that Rahab and the spies entered into was a covenant, and if you're born again, you and God are in the covenant, and God has promises for you, right? He's got promises for you. Tav is the picture of an open scroll with words written on it, signed in Jesus' blood. Tav. Tuk. The Tuk in Tikva. Clue number 2. 1 one woman. You know, one woman named Rahab tied not only her future, but the future of her family on that promise. The promise that they would be saved when the walls of Jericho came falling down. She believed that God would keep his promise to the Israelites and give them the land. And she believed that the spies would keep their promise to her and keep her and her family safe. Now, in Hebrew culture, the future is thought of as being behind you because you can't see it. And the past is thought to be in front of you because it's visible. Cool, huh? So, is there a letter that represents time that is behind you, the future? Yeah.
How do you say that?
Cool. Cough. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and peel off your little clear plastic thing that's covering clue number 2, so you can stick Kof on there. The letter Kof makes the K sound in Tikva. Did you know that God is also lining up a future and a hope for you? He wants you to walk in it. Kof is the picture of the sun, S-U-N, or the sun, S-O-N, on the horizon, carrying the ability to bring light into every circumstance. He'll do that for you too. Clue number 3, one red thread. The spies told Rahab to bring her family and all their possessions into her home and to secure the scarlet cord to the window through which she had let them down. If she did not do this, they might not be able to uphold their end of the covenant. She had to secure that red cord to the window. Do you see a letter that secures two things together? Bob. Bob is correct. Did you know that God is at work in your life, making his promises come to pass? Bob is the picture of a nail, securing together two things that were previously separated. All right, last one's easy. You only got one letter.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Clue number 4. Yes.
Did you say the sound that Bob makes? Is it?
Bob is the V. The V sound in tikva. Sorry. All right, you got one letter left. What letter represents the promise God revealed to you? The thing he wants you to behold, the thing he wants you to look at, the thing he wants you to focus on.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. As my son would have said when he was little, hay is for horses. Hay makes the ah sound in tikva. So take the clear plastic covering off of there, above clue number 4, and line it up and stick it on there. So we just learned the meaning of 4 Hebrew letters.
So this would be, I'm trying to wrap my blonde grandma mind around this. Just hold tight, please. So, in the original Hebrew, these 4 letters would be together, and they would get this whole kind of story out of that.
And they would spell the word hope. They
And the
spell,
whole story that we're like right in here where she's talking with the,
great question, I'll tell you in
oh,
a second.
thanks. Don't worry about that question.
You're ahead of me. So, you know, the letter Hey is the picture of a person standing with their arms up, surrendered to God, looking through an open window, specifically at the thing that God revealed to them, the promise that God has for them, and they're staying focused on it. They're beholding it. They're not letting anything get in the way. Did you know that your part of the covenant is to keep God's promise at the center of your words and actions? Everything that comes out of your mouth, everything that you do should align with His promises, the thing that He's promised you, the thing that you're hoping. So the Hebrew word picture for hope, for tikva, becomes the sign that what is behind you, the future, is secured for what you behold. Okay? God has a part, you have a part. That's pretty cool, right? Now, here's your question. Here's the answer to your question. Oops. Where do we find the word hope in Rahab's story? In the Hebrew language, there aren't a whole lot of words. Modern Hebrew has about 33,000 words. Modern English has about 1 million words, or even more, depending on what source you look at. Hebrew has a very compact vocabulary. So, words mean more than one thing. For example, in Hebrew thought, the word for sin is the same word they would use to say to miss the mark, like when an archer misses the target. Same word. Another example, patience. Patience is the same thing as saying long to nose. Now we think Pinocchio, right? No. Patience is a physical act of delaying anger. And your nostrils are not flaring. You are long to nose. Right? Okay. In Joshua 2:21, it says, "Then Rahab said, 'According to your words, so be it.' And she sent them away, and they departed, and she bound the scarlet cord in the window." This is the first time in this verse that the word tikva is used in Scripture. But it's not translated as hope. It's translated as cord. In Hebrew thought, hope is the thing you use to tie yourself to God's promise. Okay? When everything's falling down around you, when everything is in chaos and confusion, what is the promise that you're going to tie yourself to? That's the mystery of Rahab's hope. Her words, according to your words, so be it, and her actions, she tied the red cord to the window, and she gathered herself and her family and all their possessions and put them in the house. She tied herself to the promise. We're supposed to tie ourselves to the promise by the words that we speak out of our mouth and the things we do with our hands and our feet, the actions that follow. What you do matters. They are the evidence of your hope. Rahab's story doesn't end in the book of Joshua. She's mentioned 3 times in the New Testament. In Hebrews 11:31, she's mentioned right after Moses as a hero of the faith. Now you might say, wait, I thought we were talking about hope, not faith. But remember what Hebrews 11:1 tells us the definition of faith is. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is hope in action.